So everyone, welcome back. I am doing this fresh off of the dice divination video I was showing you of how I typically divine and read the dice when I'm using them. And again, it was based off a reference oracle that I printed off from someone, I think it's called like Hillbilly Oracle or something like that. And so this is typically the method that I use. I will link it again in the tag or whatever if you want to go back and kind of see so you can better understand how I read with them. But with that being said, I thought it would be cool to kind of do a reading with the dice this time. Now that you all know, if you've watched the video, you will know exactly where I'm getting this and where I'm going with this. I thought it would be cool to do a reading on Harry and Meghan. So here's the reason why. Wait before you click off. So the reason why I decided to do this is because I don't know if any of you heard the rumors where basically he was kind of like shopping, allegedly shopping around looking for a divorce attorney in regards to how things would kind of go if they were to split, if they were to amicably split, etc., etc. But this is based off of hearsay. This is based off of somebody who said their own sources was shaky. So again, this is all speculation, hearsay, alleged. This is for entertainment purposes only. It is not fact. So I thought it would be interesting to do a reading on them just to kind of see is Harry and Meghan's relationship really on the rocks or not. So I'm going to do the dice first and then I'm going to get into it with the tarot just so you can kind of see the differences and let's see if we get the same thing. I think that would be cool to see. So without further ado, I would like to add the disclaimer again that this is for entertainment purposes only. This is not for, you know, being malicious reasons or anything like that. It is simply for entertainment purposes only. If you are not here, if divination is a thing that disturbs your spirit, it does not go with your religion, it doesn't align, etc., etc., now is the time to click off. You already know what this is about now. We've been in here. If you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is LotusMaje. Please come in, take a seat, grab some tea, and enjoy the vibes. And with that, we're going to get started with this reading. So let's see here. So we have the 3. So if you know what that was, that deals with water. I will explain as I go along. And so then we are going in with the D6 dice, which is their problem. So this is dealing with diction. So again, diction is exactly what it sounds like. How maybe they are communicating with each other or how people are communicating with them. And so then we have the action needed, which is the D8 dice, which is this one here. Sorry, wrong one. This one here, which is a 7. So this is dealing with right mindfulness. They need to think and go about things clearly and without an abusive way. This I know is the D10, the D20 dice. So this is typically the tarot. And this, with this being the D10, this is dealing with Wheel of Fortune. So again, they can kind of go into their karmic lessons and things like that. Sorry, I had to see what my dog was doing because he just walked on out the door. This dice I do not typically read with, so I'm just going to put that to the side. That's the reason why I'm moving it. And so then we have the D10 dice here, which reads as a 9. So again, this is going to be a difficult challenge for them to deal with because it seems like something that's going to be called in, they're going to have to deal with. And they have a 9 again, which deals with timing. So this could be we're going to know more, or maybe for them, things are going to become clearer for them in the 9th month of the year. Maybe this is dealing with something, dealing with kind of like maybe the winter time. Maybe this is something dealing with a 9 a.m., 9 p.m. kind of thing. It just depends on kind of when we get more into this reading. But again, like I said, we have the 9 here as well for the difficulty. So again, this is going to be something difficult for them to get over. So again, maybe there's something here where they are arguing, and that's probably why he was shopping around for some kind of lawyer, because maybe things are very shaky and rocky right now because of how they're communicating with each other. Really and truly, I think it's just they're out the honeymoon phase now. You have 2 kids. You're both feeling isolated and alone, and so a lot of the issues that you typically we kind of like go to your girlfriends or your guy friends about, you really aren't doing that because you don't feel like you can trust anybody like that. like you just feel like you can't give your all to it. And the one person that you feel like you should be able to, you're not, because you're not seeing things in the same manner. Again, with the action needed, they have the D7. So I don't know why I say D7. I say that all the time, but they have the number 7 on the D8 dice. So again, action needed, and they have right mindfulness. So I think they are both in this feeling of being defensive, and I think it's kind of a thing of like they're taking each other's words to heart instead of understanding why the person is saying what they're saying, or trying to come from a place of love and compassion, because they just aren't in that space right now to do it. I think it is some things, again, of they are not cultivating a space where they are actually communicating as a couple, as a team. They're kind of communicating as like frenemies is kind of like the thing that's coming to mind. I love you and everything like that, but then I also hate you because you're the same reason why I'm in this predicament. Sorry you're hearing the puppy. Again, because this, they also have the 7. This also speaks to transition in their life. 7 usually speaks to transition when you do, if you do numerology, it speaks to transition as well. So you just have to keep all of that in mind. And so let's see if I can get anything more. Let's see. I almost had one fall off. Funny enough, then we get the Scorpio in the last one in the example. So they have Scorpio, and then they have Mercury. Ooh, that's not boding well, communicating like a Scorpio. And again, for timing, they have a 12. So I think things are really going to pick up at the end or at the beginning of winter, and it's just going to snowball and hurl towards the end, because we also have the 12 here as well. So something is coming up towards the end of the year. Or maybe this is speaking to 9 months from now, 12 months from now, but something is definitely going to be picking up in, I would say, 12 months time. Between the two, I think it's going to be some more things that's going to come out. But again, with the Scorpio being here in the Mercury as well, especially when we're talking about number 7, right, mindfulness, how they're communicating with each other, and then they also have the 3 with water. To me, this shows that they're communicating from a space of maliciousness. They're not speaking with love to each other, and they're taking each other's words to heart, and it's snowballing into something else. So again, they are in a rocky curve right now in their relationship, and once they start just communicating more effectively, more openly, with more compassion with one another, they'll probably start to see, things on the same page. But now that we have those dice, let's move that out the way here. I'm just going to slide these on over, and we're going to see if the cards match up to the same thing. Yes, so be right back. Okay, so I am back. I pulled the cards here. We dealing with the Tarot of the Moors. I thought it would be nice to use, something fancy for the reading, because, these have the gold siding, and I love the Tarot of the Moors. It's a great deck. So let's get into this. We're going to do a little nice, easy shuffle here. Just kind of mix them up a little bit. Not one already flipped over. And what was that? The 6 of Cups, remembering something. I've been getting the 6 of Cups quite a lot lately for these readings I've been doing. Is there something going on in the cosmos I'm not aware about? Anyways, so again, going back to Harry and Meghan. So let's see here. So we have the Princess of Cups for Harry. So because this one hit the dice, I'm going to say that is Meghan. Funny enough, hers is the Princess of Disc in reverse. So both on this juvenile, in kind of like, not mastery, but not yet, but not quite adolescent kind of communication, but definitely young in the way that they are communicating with each other. I think they're both are being kind of spoiled in the situation. And that is not going to count because It's way too many cards. I just need max 2 cards on the energy between Harry and Meghan. The royal HRHs, Harry and Meghan. And then, let's see. I know I seen one flip over here at the end. Yep, here we go. Nothing else, nothing else. Okay, so the card that flipped, ooh, that does not bode well. And don't, correct me if I'm wrong. Meghan is a Sag, right? And Harry he's a Cancer, I think. And so we have a Princess of Cups for him, and we have the Princess of Disc for her. And then we also have the Three of Swords for the energy between them. That does not bode well. Now, mind you, when we were reading the dice, we got something about how they communicate with each other is not right. They are taking things to heart. Again, we're getting water signs here. So I wonder, is there a certain way that because we had the Scorpio here as well, and then we had the water for the kind of like the element that we're dealing with here with the emotions. I wonder if this is something where, is this pointing to Harry being kind of like the emotional party that's speaking out in a certain way, and Meghan is the one that's taking it to heart, and it's kind of like lashing out and retaliating in not the right way, kind of just making it more, making his words out to be more than what they mean. And then again, we also have the Strength card in the upright at the bottom of the deck. Now, mind you, Meghan's card, the Princess of Discs, is the only one that comes up in reverse here. So, is she trying to get back to work on something? Has she been wanting to kind of like do something with her career, and he hasn't allowed her to do it, and she kind of feels like he's still carrying over a lot of that old world, or kind of like backwards, allegedly, you know, quote unquote, thinking that his family has. Because remember, she had to give up like her business and all of that when she first married him. And I wonder, has she been trying to start back some kind of venture with her job, but because of this whole fallout and things like that has occurred with her marrying Harry, she kind of hasn't really been able to do that. But let's see if we get a bit more information. So I have versatility here in the reverse. And there we go with the Sun and Gemini here again. I said again, but we have the Gemini here again. The Gemini and Sun here. And then we also have health. Again, sorry if you hear puppers. And so then we have harmony. They're not working together very well. When they should be working together, they aren't. Okay, let's get one last card here. Yeah, there's something coming in about their money. They're squabbling about money, I think. So discovery came up in reverse, but I also did get companionship. So I'm going to move this over. Is it still all on screen? Yes, it's still all on screen. And so look how many cards we have in the reverse. We have fortune in reverse, we have versatility in reverse, we have discovery in reverse, and we also have companionship in reverse. So to me, that there's definitely something that they are not seeing eye to eye on when it comes to their wealth. I think there is some money issues coming up here. I do need to get the book for one of these because it doesn't make sense to me. So I want to see kind of like what the author had in mind when they created this one. Because that's the only one that's kind of like not making sense. That Sun. She isn't pregnant again, is she? Okay, so the one I kind of wanted to see more about is the versatility in health. And health, to me, this one is bringing up like maybe there's something going on with like is she trying to have another baby, or did they have a recent pregnancy scare or something? But let's see what this reads. Yep. Okay. So this is speaking to money. This card rules health and work with the knowledge that material well-being is requisite for a fulfilling, organized working life. People with this planet sign combination could be somewhat perfectionist in specialized area, and as a result, a little hard on those less able to match their high standards. So this is definitely giving me kind of making energy. I wonder if she's like a Capricorn sun, because like this, or not Capricorn sun, Capricorn rising, because she is, I want to say she's a fire sign, but she kind of gives me Capricorn Virgo energy here. So I'm wondering if she's kind of like a Capricorn Virgo rising, because like that's kind of the energy we getting here, or at least I'm getting. The other thing is care should be taken not to develop too nagging a nature in the name of helping the less organized. A good thinker, the Sun Virgo values learning in order to analyze and grasp the essence of things. Material progress is also respected by them. Remember I said I feel like she's trying to start up some kind of new venture, or maybe she's counting their coins because, you know, now they have 2 kids. They have to think about things. They don't have the infinite wealth that they used to have. She's not working like that as far as I know. I know they have like all these nonprofits and things like that, or like what you call it, charities that they run, but I don't think they're really making much money off of that. And he's no longer tied to his family, one of the more wealthy institutions, monarchies, rulers in the world. So there's some money things going on here. Maybe that's probably also why he was probably trying to go to his dad's coronation, was probably trying to get some things together of like, hey dad, I really would like it if you could help me out. These are your grandkids too as well. But I think Charles was like, okay buddy, whatever. So then it goes on to read that some kind of interest or occupation in diet, nutrition, or complementary health is common to these people that this card describes. The negative side is that this is a tendency to over worry about health, which may lead to excessive pill popping and hypochondria. When this card is selected, it can indicate a strong need to put one life in order and highlights diet, nutrition, and health. So again, this is speaking to some money situation. And again, let's go into versatility, because that was the other one I was kind of trying to understand. But now that I'm reading this, and because it's also Gemini with mental awareness, remember we were also dealing with something with that over here as well, of how they need to think about things. I think Meghan is I think she's more strict when it comes to money and how it's spent, because I think she has come from a life where, you know, I've come from being without. I think Harry has never experienced that. He probably thinks money just really grows on trees. Allegedly. This is for entertainment purposes only. And I think this is where the disagreement and the heartbreak and the hurt is coming up at, and why they're kind of like biting at each other essentially when they're communicating, because it's something dealing with funds and they are not properly putting things into perspective on how to handle and deal with certain things. That makes absolute sense. Now listen to this. The versatility card also indicates a time to open the mind to movement, physical and mental. Contact with brothers, sisters, and neighbors is indicated, and many journeys may be required in relation to the question. So obviously they are not moving. And I think again, this could be relating to Harry. Harry is probably wanting to communicate and reconnect with his family in some sort of way, because I think he's like, yeah, they're toxic, but they're my family. They're my toxic. They're the known toxicity that I have in my life, and that's just is what it is. I've grown up close with my siblings, whether we fall out or not. I don't think Meghan has experienced that. She gives me like only child vibes, and so she's probably like, no, you should not be rekindling with him. Why would you rekindle with somebody, you know, your relationship with somebody like William, who has fought you and this and that? And it's like, obviously you don't have a sibling, because we fight on a daily. and then we turn around and be like, what you want to eat. Like, I think she doesn't know kind of like the toxicity that comes with when you're dealing with siblings. Like, yes, it can be toxic, but it also can be a very loving relationship. Like, it is what it is, sis. And so I don't think she is understanding that and getting that. I think there's also no flexibility here and kind of like basically like a give and take in their relationship. I think she wants a lot of things her way, and he's just kind of like, no. And I think he's making her angry because now he's starting to stand on his own and fight back on certain things, you know, put certain boundaries up with her that he probably didn't have before. And so now she's kind of like, I don't like that he's doing that, or he's speaking to me in that way, or he's doing this, or he's choosing to do what he wants. And I think he's just getting fed up. Like, nope, I got to start putting my foot down with certain things when it comes to you, because obviously you are a brat. Like, you're a brat. And you just don't get it. You're looking at things from a very narrow perspective, and you are taking it to heart. And I need you not to be. I need you to put in your big girl drawers and let's move on. And so this kind of like the energy I'm getting. Like, yeah, Harry may be the, you know, forward-facing brat, but I think emotionally and how how Meghan typically responds, she's the real brat in this situation, and he kind of comes out as the more mature party, so to speak. I wonder if Meghan is also starting to feel hampered down or stuck. I'm kind of picturing like being anchored to an island. Like, I think she's like this little ship. She probably thought she was going to be able to do so much more with her life than what she is doing right now, or what she feels is capable. And I think she's in this place, like, that's what the discovery card brings forth for me. Again, if she is the Sagittarius, as I believe she is, there's probably a lot more work. There's probably a lot more travel. There's probably a lot more she wants to do outside of just being Harry's wife, being the disposed HRH, or deposed. I don't know how you kind of want to say it, because I don't know if they still maintain their titles or not. But, you know, I think she wants to be more than just her title and, you know, who she's married to. I think she still wants to reclaim that space for herself. You know, that lane she's created for herself, and she hasn't been gifted that. She hasn't been given the time of day to do that. What is also the underlying card here? Secrets. Secrets. So maybe Harry hasn't told her he's been thinking about divorcing her ass. Oh, God. Is he having a secret affair? Is one of them having a secret affair? Let me not say Harry, because look, you have secrets, then you have affair. What's the other one? Caution. Okay. I think that was a juicy tidbit to end this on, and that explains the heartbreak here. I would say this: if they are not going towards an ending here, they're definitely going towards a very knockdown, drag out fight. Because somebody is cheating, honey. Oh, my voice went out. Somebody is cheating, honey. Woo. Somebody think the affair is a secret when it isn't. And maybe it's going to become public. Okay, I'm going to read these. I'm going to go back to this. Remember, we had secret in reverse, affair. We had caution, convention, publicity. Then it goes into acquisition, and then birth, empathy. Okay, Harry, you're not gonna do a dad. I just really want to say it's Harry that's cheating, because I don't. Again, the mature party in this situation. Harry, you're not gonna do a Charles, are you? I married her. I loved it, and now there's somebody else that came into my life, or somebody from the past that I kind of wanted to rekindle things with and move forward with. I mean, they could also go for Meghan as well, of just like, hey, you know, yeah, it started out all fun and games, but I just couldn't stand it. I don't like the isolation, the stuck. you know, being stuck here, but I'm going to go back to my past. But that's why, because of this stuck feeling, and I feel like because of who she, how can I explain this? Because essentially, just so societally, socially, when you look at this, technically, Meghan is the one that has married up. You get what I'm saying? She has married up. He has married down, according to the public at large, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. She is being seen, overall, she's the one that's being seen as marrying up. So I think it gives her less options and choices to kind of like mess around and do things. Not to mention, and even though this should not be a big factor, because it typically isn't when men do it, but she is a woman of color. She is a mother. And, you know, the public at large kind of just doesn't seem to have like the best outlook on her, especially like over there in the UK. Like, they don't have the best outlook on her. Whereas Harry, like, oh, you're royal. Yeah, so what, you have 2 kids. Obviously, we see remarriage is something that can happen. Look at Charles and Camilla. I think he can go on with his 2 children and he could happily marry somebody else and go on about his life. I can also see that. That's why I really want to say is Harry, if there is a thing. If there isn't a physical cheating going on, there's definitely some emotional cheating, and that can be just as harmful. And so I think when this is all being revealed, when it all comes forward, when it all comes to a head, there's probably going to be some hard conversations. There's going to be some hard truths that's going to have to be faced on whether or not and how they are going to move forward. So with that being said, you know, Harry and Meghan, wish you the best. But I'm going to cut this reading out there. If you like this reading, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe to see more. Ring the notification bell so you can see the next time I upload. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.